Happy Diwali. The Indo-Chinese friendship in recent Xi Jinping and Narendra Modi summit in the pretext of the BRICS has raised consternations in the Western minds. It's not only about the peace in the borders. Since 2020, the Indian population was alarmed by the modus operandi the Chinese followed to transgress into the Indian territory. As much as 20 Indian soldiers martyred their lives and many were injured in fighting them. What was so special in this juncture of time that led the Chinese to decide to go back to the basics of international relations, that no relations can remain bad all the time to come? And the second question is that was there any third power involved in breaking up the space? One thing is, India and China realized that such eyeball to eyeball contact cannot continue forever. With due respect to those who martyred their lives, the people who supported the stand of the military to stand off against a superior power, we needed peace. Peace was probably the most alluring piece of cloth that was gifted to the political executive by virtue of this peace deal to the military establishment. It was so hard to guard those extreme points of these borders. But peace at what cost? And peace for what purpose? There is a definite cost of peace. This craving for peace with China has definitely alienated India from the Western Bloc, and they have remained aware that India should not be taken for granted. They are snapping their business relationships, they are snapping their diplomatic relationships. Even such trusted friends like Japan is suspecting India's intentions. So far as there was a need for border peace, to this extent, the peace deal was okay. The exchange of gifts and sweets in Diwali in the borders are very good developments in the relationship of two nations. There is no alternative to peace. But in this process, two things arise. Have we alienated those people, those countries who had helped us in terms of giving confidence and international support when China showed aggression towards us? Number one. And number two is that whether we are committing the same mistake that Nehru committed trusting China. Here comes one is that whatever support Indian government got from the international arena, in that lieu we cannot continue to keep adversarial relationship with a neighbor. And such a situation cannot continue forever. And secondly, there must be a cut-off date where we should crave for peace. Most important thing is that By accepting the peace deal, have we succumbed to the pressure of China or hegemony of China? And are we going to give undue advantage to the Chinese establishment in terms of business and strategic military arena? There was a definite shift in strategic military arena to get this peace deal. India distanced itself from aggressive Asia Pacific partnership with the United States and the Western Bloc. But again, a more interesting twist comes when it is suspected that Putin had got some role in delivering this peace deal. What was Putin's interest in seeing peace between India and China? Nevertheless, both the warring countries were very close friends of Russia, but the place of contestations were far away from the Russian borders. Given that there could be no alternative international order if India and China do not stand together in any international forum. That is why it is suspected that for the successful organization of the BRICS summit, Putin might have a word with both the leaders to come to a consensus regarding the border peace as quickly as possible and as best as possible. Again, India remains warned about the treacherous past of the Chinese establishment, and again, it cannot endlessly remain an adversary with China. Let us see. Happy Diwali.